before I start talking, let me take out this music. 'Cause I'm being serious. Like, this is something I'm being serious with. So, many parents say, including my mom, say that the PlayStation or Xbox or whatever takes up more internet than anything else. That's actually a lie. If you use Netflix or Amazon a lot, Amazon Prime, whatever, if you use that a lot, it takes up more than PS4. For me, every 3 hours I play online is 1 hour for Netflix per device. And since I have a TV and I have a person that also uses it on their phone, that means 6 hours of me playing online is equivalent for me playing. 6 hours of me online is equivalent for both of them to be on at the same time for 1 hour. I've done my research. I've seen how much. If the PlayStation were to take, I'm gonna say 1 gigabyte per hour, Netflix and Prime, Amazon Prime would use up to. It's not that big of a jump, but like 1.3 gigabytes. No, maybe. Yeah, I say about point 0.3 of a gigabyte more than the PS4 or console, whatever game. And if you, and to be honest, some games don't even take up that much. This Fortnite, whatever, this takes up. This wouldn't use that much because of how, it, honestly, how well they've made it to where it doesn't take up a lot and doesn't need a lot. It That means 1 gigabyte for the online would actually shrink down to, I'd say, point 0.7 of a gigabyte. And it was and the Netflix would still stay as 1.3. And the thing is, the Netflix, if if the if you're using Ethernet, it's very high quality, and it's like never stopping to reload. Like, it's loaded in front of it. That would take up a little bit more as well. And then, let's say you're using a cell phone. If you're hoping that it pushes hard enough to get as much as possible, because you're in another room and you want to just stay, you just watch it the whole way until it ends, and then go to your next episode. It loads a little, then it continues flat on. That's taking up more because it has to pull in more for it to be more smoother. And if you ever wonder why your child gets mad at games, that's probably one of the reasons why. If you're watching Netflix or Prime, or if you use YouTube on your TV and Ethernet, and you hear your child get mad at something, he's probably not mad at being bad. He's probably getting mad because his game is not being smooth. Like, there's a balance between your TV or your video can go, whatever, your thing can go smoothly for a while, stop a little, smooth for a while, stop a little, smooth for a long while, stop a little, smooth, and it ends. Like, you can take that, okay? Because, like, you think that, oh, having to wait a minute out of an hour movie is a lot. I'm I've gone through so much lag because of Netflix. Like, it's been to the point to where I don't know how many, but it's more than 10 times that I was just playing, everything stopped, and my whole console just shut off and restarted because the internet was so bad for the game. And then I was experiencing like Netflix. No, I just remember my parents have Netflix in their room. So that's three Netflix devices against one gaming console. If you ever wonder why it takes up so much, or if you ever wonder why I'm saying this, it's because parents still think children get mad because of the game. To be honest, the game, like, if the child gets mad at that, that's just their trait. I get mad at simple things, and because it doesn't make sense, But at the same time, some people get mad like this. Oh man, all right, I'll try again. You know, they're like that. That's just their trait. More Most extroverts, I believe it was extroverts, introverts. Crap, I forgot. Either way, there was one side that played mostly one game than the other game. Like one would be by themselves, one would be with many people. This is like Fortnite is a mix, Call of Duty is a mix, and then like when you have to play with other people, extroverts probably. When you play it by yourself, like campaign, that's introverts. They all have their own trait. There's literally two videos explaining how video games can actually improve people. Like it's not. I'm not gonna see this in a bad way. In fact, I'm glad I have made friends online, and I have more friends than I do in real life than I do online. You can make more friends by playing online, and like you feel more welcome because some of your friends may not play or want to play with you, but then you meet these other people. They like playing with you. You made more friends. You become more social. You learn those skills, and you're more fine with it. Sometimes playing games can help you actually become a better person or socialize better. It may not seem like it, but there's that skill in there that helps them. For me, I'm just an extrovert myself. Like I've been extrovert. I get a little nervous, a little shy, but then once I meet them, like, okay, hi, blah blah, I get into it. And then I have it's not an issue, just that I get mad because things don't go the right way. Not my way, the right way. I've literally there's literally been a time where I got so mad because my game stopped and I looked and I heard my grandma using the internet or Netflix and my dad and mom were using Netflix. I'm like, I cannot play. So I just wanted to play some offline game. One thing that you should know, online games will take Wi-Fi of course. If they're doing it offline, like you see they're doing it offline, you ask them, hey, are you playing offline or are you playing multiplayer? You say multiplayer because they'll think, okay, that means online if I'm using the internet. If you say multiplayer, then they're gonna think the right way. If you just say online, really, it could be online the whole time. I could be offline playing a game without anybody, just myself, but I'm still considered online because things are going on with the internet. You gotta ask them, are you playing offline? If they say yes, that means they're doing campaign or they're playing solo missions, stuff like that, and they're not using as much or they're barely using any internet. If they're playing online, it's gonna use more because the game needs to load. It needs to play. It's like the Netflix. If you're just watching a downloaded show, if it's downloaded, if you're able to download a show and you download it, you're not watching it without internet. There's probably things in the background like downloading more videos or stuff. Otherwise, you're being offline. I use a lot of offline videos. I rewatch videos because they're interesting. So you gotta don't ever get mad at your child. I'm not gonna say son. I'm not gonna say daughter. I'm gonna say child because I'm pretty sure children play. And if you have like I'm gonna say between a 5 to a 9-year-old. That between that, if they're playing games like popular games, please try to not buy them those games. If they ask for Fortnite, say give them the shot, like give them the shot to try it, but keep an eye on them. Like say okay, you're able to play, but you only have 3 hours to play. On average, that's a good amount of games. Depending how well you play, that's a that's literally from 3 games because some games that last an hour, all the way. It could be up to 20 games if you die that quick. And then Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a really fun game, and I actually think it's really good. You have to understand. I love hearing Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Falcon. I love hearing those words because I feel like I'm in the military. It's so fun to pretend you're in the military and you're not. And then when you hear, and then sometimes if you hear your son say, "Hey, look, 120," they're saying, "Look, 120 on the clock. Not on the clock, I mean like that direction. Just go from 0, 180, 0, 180, 90, 270. Because like you figure out that your son likes doing this stuff now. They're either getting too much into the game or they're getting too much into other stuff. I love saying, hey look, hey look 90, or hey look 270, or hey look 360. You know, I like thinking that. And then people do gestures. Like I love doing the time gesture. Like I hit two fingers out like a gun, kind of, or just two together. I hit my wrist to say time. I've gotten so used to that to where like, hey, just so I could ask politely, or to do in the military, because it's so fun to do other stuff from a game. Me think it's bad, but it's actually really cool and fun. And it's just telling me that, okay, maybe my son likes to do this. Maybe give him this. For me, I love driving. The minute I get my license, I'm gonna start driving. I've been wanting to get a wheel so badly, and my mom asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and she said, and I asked my mom a wheel. My mom said, "How about something else?" And I'm like, I got into painting at the time, so I'm like, I would like a paint set then. I didn't get a wheel. I got a paint kit, but I really liked it. You know, if you introduce your son, daughter, your child or children into something, and hope and see if they like it, try it. My dad, or it was either my dad or my sister that got me into gaming, and I love it. It's got me so much to where I've learned things. I've learned cars, I learned guns, and I learned how to do tactics. And to be honest, those things are bad. The guns, I just know what gun it is. I know how to aim them now. And then when I go to paintballing, I know how to do them, or airsoft. Cars, I've learned so much. I know so many things now. And then just tactics. Let's say, um, let's say someone's trying to fight me. If I know, if I remember how they do in the game, and I learn it myself, like I'm able to do it myself, then I could protect myself. You know, you can get skills through games. Sometimes games aren't bad; they're sometimes good. Sometimes they be a learning lesson. It's like giving your son a lesson. It's like going to school and actually be interested. Okay, if there's a game, like if there's a game about learning cars and it was free, I would get it immediately because I love cars so much and I love learning about them. Like I learn how to fix cars, how to change some like change a engine part, add a turbo, maybe add a supercharger, or I could try to build this car. I would love to do that because I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that because of my young childhood. Teach your children young, not when it's late. From 3 to 7 is the best time to teach your son something, or daughter, child something, because their young is so young and so flexible that it understands quickly. Okay, if you ever if you don't want your child to get into gaming, but they're already into gaming, just give them some topic, some genre game that they will love doing. If you love doing like if you love problem solving so much, give them a strategy game. They'll love doing that because one, it's a game, they love it. Two, they're using their mind. It's actually good for you because like, your brain's always working, and they love doing that. Then that will give them the heck of their lives. And three, it'll be interesting to them. Maybe they'll think, oh, this makes sense. I could try this, or hey, there's something different here. Maybe I could try doing this. They'll think a lot. It may not be like it may get them into something. It may get them something good with a good job, good pay, good everything, good life. Like there's always a beginning for something, and especially this era. Literally, gaming is so much now with the little kids that parents should just get the little kids something good. Like, I can't explain this. Like, it's so hard to explain this. Like, I don't know why I need to say it to get the point out there. Just gaming is not always bad. There are certain games out there that are bad and just full on terrible. Well, there are some games out there that are like that are really good, that actually teach you something, and can actually give you something that you may like, that can be turned into a job, and you can just love your life because you love doing that. If your child loves painting, give it. Don't do it so young. Do it when they're like older. Get them a VR set and and find a VR set. Find a painting game. Get them that. They'll love playing with it. You'll see your daughter or your son just like messing around stuff, and then they say, "Hey, look what I built," and then they show you. First of all, that's actually proving that the game is actually helping them learn something, and they love painting even more. They become a sculptor. People love sculpture. That's a job right there. Or they paint something really cool. That's another job right there. Maybe they become some like deja vu, whatever thing called. And then when they show you it, they want to impress you. You know, hope that you're actually proud of them doing that. You know, sometimes not to just show you, is to like impress you and hope that you like it. And then let's say it's your birthday, your son's or your child's playing game, and then you're like, oh my god, I really wish you could just get off. And then like later on, you go by again, and then your child goes, hey, look what I made for you, and they made it in the game, and they like made it really nice. They put a really good detail in it. That proves that they love you a lot too. Like, it may look on the outside they don't love you, but really they were doing something really special for you. They maybe can't see it, but at least you know they did something for you. You know, like there's always something out there to that's good for them. There's always something out there. Always. Like looking at a couple of games. One, no. One, two, three, four, five, six. I'm sure I have more. I have 6 games that can give me a job. Gaming itself is actually a job. You become game design, game tester, developer, like that person that started the thing. There's always something out there for your child. I'm just, like I know I say this so much, but that's because it's so true. Because I cannot. It's just so hard to not tell you that gaming is bad. I switched from the point from why about the internet all the way to games because I've tried explaining so much and I took a different route. But you know what? I'm only like that because I've learned so much. I've understand so much that I'm like explaining in different things. Like I'm just out of words right now because I just said everything that I need to say. If your child ever gets mad, and you're using the internet, or you're on Netflix or Prime, maybe do something else. Maybe watch a show, or maybe watch something that takes up less internet, so they can have a little bit fair time. And if your child gets into gaming, give them something that you know they like, and probably they get into it more. And if you know it's good for them, go ahead and keep doing it. And VR games, my opinion, it depends how young your child is, what games you get them, and if they're actually standing up or not. There's 2 games that I have that you need to be standing up, and you have to use the move controllers, and you have to move your arm, your hand, you have to do everything. And then there's a game where you socialize with people called Rec Room. It's so fun. Rec Room is free. The expensive part is just buying them the thing, the whole VR set. Marco bought me it for my birthday for 180, I believe, 175, and he got the best deal ever. If you ever buy an Oculus Rift, depending on what you get, it'll be worth the price. There's there's um there's wired and wireless. The wireless is gonna be more expensive, of course, but they both have good camera view, They're both really comfortable, and they both come with really accurate, controllers. You don't need the camera like the PS4 does. There's like so much. There's the word gaming. There's so much bad in one side, and there's so much good on the other side. They're both equally as big, but but to my opinion, playing games myself, gaming seems like a good thing. You know, like people can actually make small careers. Literally, if you heard your son or daughter keep saying ninja a lot, that's a person that plays Fortnite a lot, and he makes a lot of money. He maybe he's a he's married. He lives in California. He is rich. Like he makes a lot of money, and he gets paid a lot. He's sponsored by Red Bull. You don't ever see a gamer, especially one against a free popular game that everyone can be good at, get sponsored by Red Bull. And then Samsung also sent him a really cool thing where he got a bunch of stuff, and the first person to ever get. He was the first person to get the Note 9, the Samsung Note 9. He was the first person to get it and to play with it and all that stuff. That's a gamer. Your son or daughter could become very popular within a game. I'm not, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I don't plan to. I plan to like make this a side hobby, just so I could like maybe I could make some money off of it or like enjoy it, get some views, become a little bigger. But otherwise, I plan to become a car designer. I plan to either make a car or I plan to professionally drive cars. And when I mean professionally, I mean like big time. NASCAR, Formula One, Rally, what else? Le Mans, GT racing. There's literally so much I can do because I've been introduced to so many things. And the things because of high school, they actually give you more options. I never knew there was a job to inspect cars. I could just imagine getting paid to look at Lamborghini, see if there's anything bad, and say, "Hey, this is not right. I've seen one before correctly. This is not right," and just argue with them, like tell them, "Hey, fix this. It'll look perfect," or "Hey, if this could be changed, it would look nice and people will love it." That would be the best job. That would be a really cool job. High school and games actually teach you a lot. Your their uncles and their aunts may tell them a lot more, but sometimes they just keep telling the same thing. But you know what? That's just part of life. I cannot explain to this, guys. Like I gotta stop talking now. This has been too long. I'm just saying that if you there's not a lot of bad in games. Games can be good for you. Games could actually give you another opportunity in life. It may actually help you in life too. I'm so glad I didn't play because I would have talked so much not crap. I would have just not talked how it was right now. I want to be able to explain to you why stuff is like that.